All right, here we are today, and we've had this Taurus in-house for a little while, and we're gonna come out and test it today. Given the pandemic and everything, we hadn't been able to get out here and do some testing. And during this time, we're gonna throw a bunch of different various grain of ammo through that gun to see what she does. Strange enough, we all know it's hard to get ammo right now, so we're just going to try some American Eagle, some Remington, we got some good Federal here, some Hornady American Gunner, some Hornady Critical Duty, 3 different versions of Fiocchi. We'd like to know what this gun does. This here is sent to us when it was brand new, right before they released the gun. We've had it in-house that long. That's what she looks like there. She's a G3C compact, never been shot, fresh out of the box. We're going to break her in and throw some ammo through it today. We got some 124, some 135, we got some various 115, not only in Fiocchi, we got some 115 Federal. We're gonna see what she does. See, we got all our ears here, we got our grip insert, we're gonna put them in the Ransom rest, and we're shooting at 15 yards today. And we're giving you this little intro, because sometimes we forget to tell you what we're doing, and we just show you what we did. So now you know what we're doing. We got a brand new Taurus G3C. It's a nice looking gun, real short little barrel. It's a compact carry pistol, came brand new stock. Nothing special about this gun, comes stock with 2 magazines. We're looking forward to see what this does today. Granted, most of the time when this gun is going to be used, it's going to be within 7 feet to 10 yards, but we're going to test it at 15 yards and see what it does. We're hoping to get this to the smallest group as possible. Our belief is if we can get this down, let's say we get it down to 1.5 inches, then offhand, you're typically 2.5. Actually, let's say 1 inch bigger. So if this is printing 2.5 out of the machine, you're gonna probably print about 3.5 offhand, about 1 inch bigger. This will also give you an idea of what grain of ammo this gun may like. Even though this will not be an exhaustive test, we're just gonna throw some various ammo we can get our hands on right now. And it's a great experiment right now because there's only some ammo you can get. We do got some really good Fiocchi, some really good Hornady, some really good Federal, but it'll give you an idea of what grain, what ammo. We even got some more inexpensive American Eagle. We love this for range ammo. We love some of the Fiocchi with range ammo, and we'd like to know what some of the Remington. Stay tuned, check it out. All right, here we are with the Taurus G3C. We got the first grip on. You can see we molded this right off the gun. First thing you got to do is remove the trigger finger and shoe. This is the trigger finger, this is the trigger shoe. And so you must make sure you remove that trigger finger and shoe before you mount your firearm. Taking your unloaded firearm, you will notice it fits right into the machine. It'll fit right into the groove. It'll contour the back strap. Front strap appropriately, you want it down on your beaver tail. You can bring it up if you'd like. Eject that magazine, make sure it's ejected. At this point, you can put that other grip insert on. They do go on a little snug. Sometimes you can hold it from the magazine well if you like as you put that insert on. That insert is holding that gun real nice and snug right now. We're going to slide on the ABC plate. At that point, you got 3 washers. This is a point some people forget. They forget to put that ABC plate on, or they forget to take that trigger finger off first. You need to take that trigger finger off, and then don't forget your ABC plate. Some have called me and said, hey, your trigger finger is not long enough, and they've left the ABC plate on the opposite side of the grip inserts, and you don't want to do that either. So put your 3 washers on, and then your 3 star knobs. I'm standing a little off to the side just so you guys can see all this. A little easier when I'm not being filmed, I suppose. Doop. This will be fun. We're going to show you the first round to the last round on this gun, even the settling rounds. In our instruction manual, it says you need to settle the gun into the grip insert. You need to understand as this gun goes off, it will settle back into that insert. That's a snug fit, but it will settle. It could possibly deviate, especially polymer frames. So using extended fingers, I snug them up. Keep in mind the human hand grip is not that strong, so just snug with extended fingers. No need to knuckle these knobs, okay? You keep the gap in the front and back relatively the same. It was molded to be the same, to have that same gap. And using extended fingers, I'm going to snug them up. Bringing it up to just past a 45-degree angle, I'm going to check my magazine release. If you have over tightened this, sometimes you won't be able to get the magazine in or out of the firearm. It ejects just fine, but there you go. That's it. This gun's kind of a compact, so it sets down into that grip far enough to get that mag out. If it was higher, you wouldn't be able to get that magazine. So there you go. The magazine works. It's extended finger snug. You can wiggle it around a little bit in there if you'd like. And that's it. Now we're going to set the trigger finger and shoot. We're going to load up 2 rounds to test fire. Of course, we did multiple dry fires, and now we just want to do a couple test fires, settle the gun. We're going to bring it up to a 45-degree angle and load that magazine. Here we go. Bring it to battery and then rack it. First round's in. We're hot. 9mm, first round, American Eagle, Taurus G3C. Fire in the hole. Hit. Round 2, fire in the hole. Right above that. The gun settled and rose point of aim a little, and so second round was a little above that. Here you go. 2 rounds on paper, 15 yards. We're gonna load 8 more up, and we're gonna settle this gun down. All right, I forgot to hit record on the target vision last one. Stupid me, but there's the 2 rounds we did, and there you go. There's the sight cameras turned on this time. We're gonna load the first 8 rounds and settle this gun. We did 2 rounds function fire. There's the 8 rounds. Bring her to battery. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it back to let her go. Shade. Here you go. I think I got some kind of picture in the camera there. Looks like we're a little left. We're gonna find out. All right, first round of the 8 of settling the gun. American Eagle, fire in the hole. Got a hit, and it is to the left at 9 o'clock position. Round 2, right above that one. Round 3, right next to that one. Round 4, next to that one. Round 5, it's drilling a hole. 6, literally drilling a hole. Round 7, round 8, a little elongated left to right, but definitely a hole. We're going to bring this up. We're going to eject the magazine, put an empty chamber indicator in it. We're going to go down and measure that group and hang a new target. Good 15 yards from the bench. We did 2 rounds here. At that point, I pulled the magazine out and we loaded 8 rounds and did a group. I may note when I went to go eject the mag, it was a little snug. And that was indication to me I had the gun over tightened in the rest. So at that point, I loosened the front, which have caused a point of impact shift. But that allowed me to get that magazine out a little easier. Those polymers are real easy to over squeeze in a machine, so you don't want to over squeeze them. Human hand grip is not that strong. So there's the first 8 rounds, full group. Of course, as that round went off, the gun settled in the machine, and there's 7 right there. We'd have to do another group to get a definitive group out of this thing, but let's just measure this for right now, and we're looking at 1.25 inches, center to center. If I go outside to outside of that little group of 7 rounds, outside to outside, 1.419. If I go vertical, outside to outside, 1.419. Pretty impressive. Looks like we got a little rock on here, so we're gonna fix our target, hang another target, and do another group. We'll be back with you. Going on record. Boop. All right, we're on record. All right, we did 8 rounds of the American Eagle just to settle the gun. It gave us a great group. We were quite surprised during the ammo shortage and everything else. We're just gonna do a few 8 rounds of each ammo. Mike asked why 8 rounds instead of 5, and I said because we can. Even though the standard is 3 groups of 5 to get an average. What we're gonna yield today, 8 rounds of each ammo to kind of get an average idea of what grain this thing likes. First group was American Eagle, 147 grain. We are going to Remington UMC 124 grain, so it is a lighter grain. Probably have a point of impact difference. We're gonna find out. We just basically hung the target on the last point of impact, all right? Loading the gun, bringing her down to battery. Gonna go ahead and pull her back and let her go. She's armed. Alrighty, first round of the Remington, fire in the hole. Low at the 6 o'clock. Round 2. Whoa, way up from that. Round 3. Next to that one. Round 4. Over to the right. There's number 5. Number 6. And number 7. Round 8. There you go. We're going to bring her up, make her safe, and we'll go down and measure that group. It's obvious from... Alright, given how nice the American Eagle 147 grouped on us, and this 124 seems somewhat elongated, obviously being a large ammo weight difference could be the issue, but it appears we got more of a vertical group than round, so I think we want to group that again just for curiosity. And if I discount our hand rack round, roughly 2.5, we're about 2.5, and that's even discounting one round, but you can see it's elongated. Despite those 2 rounds, you are more round, so not quite sure what went on there. We're going to do another group and find out. So we're going to pull this target, we're going to do another group and see what that ammo does. All right, we did American Eagle, we did Remington. We're going to do another 8 rounds of Remington, given that last group looks semi-elongated. All right, we're going hot. Bringing her down to battery. All righty. First round, let me see if I can get some of the sight picture in here. Whoop. Sorry for the delay. Here we go. Looks like we're pointing in that general area. Given the light or something out here, yeah, pointing just below target according to this. All right, first round of the second group of Remington. Fire in the hole. Yep, just low bullseye. Let's see if that's where it's pointing. Pretty much. Looks like it hit a little higher than where we're pointing, according to the camera anyways. Round 2. Oh, way to the left. At least 1.5 inches left of that. Round 3. Above that. Round 4. Round 5. Round 6. Round 7. Way to the left. In round 8. That one went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Went through that same hole where those other 2 are, it looks like. All right. There you have it, 8 rounds. It definitely is a round group and definitely a large group. We're going to go safe. We're going to go down and measure it. We'll let you know. 124 grain, Remington. All right, second group of that Remington. Definitely looking more like a round group now. You were looking at 2.5 by 2.5. And that there's outside to outside almost. This one, center to center. 2.5 by 2.5. Well, there you have it. Don't like that 124 Remington as much as it like that 147 American Eagle. We're going to change target. We're going to go to some Fiocchi. Mike?
Is that one off the paper? 9 o'clock left.
Yep.
So it's actually a bigger group.
Snap! There's your last one. Here, I thought your other one went here. Good eye, Mike. Good eye, Mike. And I've gotten back to the studio and seen that before too. Yeah. Oh boy. Given that last round way over here, it definitely blew out to 3.5. There you go. But it's not vertically elongated. It obviously flies out of that barrel different. Don't like this ammo for some reason. This gun don't. Doesn't mean it's a bad ammo. Gun just don't like it. So we started with some American Eagle, 147 grain. Then we went to this Remington. Boop. Then we went to the Remington 124. We're gonna drop down to a Fiocchi 115. This is a pistol shooting dynamics ammo. And then we have a Fiocchi 115 training dynamic. It'd be interesting if we get a different group out of the 2 115, but we've dropped all the way down to 115. And just curiosity, if you're not testing, you're guessing. We'd like to know what this gun does or what this gun likes. So we're gonna try 8 rounds of the 115 Fiocchi pistol shooting dynamic ammo. It says 1,200 feet per second. Let's see what she's got. We're going hot. So first round of the Fiocchi 115. Ears on, clear down range, fire in the hole. It's a hit. Way to the left. Now, we talked about doing a windage adjustment over to bullseye, or even a bullseye of where our white target is. One of the reasons why the impact moved over there is because you remember I loosened that front A knob so the magazine would come in and out easier. We talked about doing a windage adjustment over. The reason we haven't is because we like the idea of pounding all the ammo we test today in one location. So we're letting this thing just stay where it's at, because we like to see all the grouping behind on that paper. So either way. Round 2. Ooh, way to the right. Doesn't appear it likes this lighter grain stuff. Round 3, right in the middle. Split those two. Round 4. Here goes number 5. There goes number 6. There goes number 7. Number 8. Okay. Obviously doesn't like this lighter grain, so I'm not even sure if it's worth doing this other Fiocchi. We're going to go down range and see what this 115 looks like. You know, that's not a bad group, especially if it was done by hand. That would be an awesome group, and especially at this distance, not a bad group at all. But we know we've already yielded a tighter group, so let's go look at what this measures. All right, Fiocchi 115 grain, pistol ammo it said. It's not the training ammo. That is really not a bad group. I understand we're 15 yards away, but seriously, that's not a really bad group. I'm not saying I haven't seen tighter. Of course, we've seen tighter at 15 yards, but if you were shooting that offhand, you'd be pretty happy you did that. But in a ransom rest, we're looking at 2.5. A little less that way, but definitely that way. It is not vertically elongated. It is relatively a round group. There's a round circle there. We're missing a few down here, but I bet you if I threw another 8 rounds, we would see that's probably about a 2.5-inch circle. Not bad. Let's pull the target. Go ahead and staple it up here, and we're going to hang that. What we've been doing is hanging it right here. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we try to hang it right side up.
Good idea.
And go ahead and staple that up there, Lee.
Gotcha.
It's a hard one. You got her.
It's got a hard trigger.
Good enough. Yeah. It's got a 20-pound trigger pull.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice job.
All right, now this flexed a little. We didn't move it, so we will still be good. We've been hanging. We hang these a little, you know, somewhere in the general area. A lot of times you'll see in our testing, we'll put little marks here and hang them in the same spot. Right now, we're just kind of putting them up there, seeing what we're doing. All right. Should we do another 115 of the training ammo? I don't think it likes 115. I think we want to increase the grain and move on. We're not pulling any punches here, but if you're following along, we've done some 115 in Fiocchi. We took the executive decision here. There was no reason to do the other 115. We just don't feel this gun is liking the lighter grain, the lighter weight ammo. Now, we haven't checked all brands yet, but given the American Eagle grouped what it did as heavier grain, we're leaning like it's liking the heavier grain. So we're not trying to pull punches here, but we do got a 115 in Hornady. It is a plus P, and a 115 XTP. We got a 124 and a 115. And we're not actually going to group those either in the Hornady American Eagle. I know you guys probably want to see what that will do in this gun, but at this point in time, we don't feel it will be a representation of what this gun will do. It seems like it likes a heavier grain. So we're going to jump up to this Hornady Critical Duty 135. They make some pretty flowers here. So we're going to give that a shot. We're going to do 8 rounds. See if that group gets tighter than 2.5. Most of the grouping right now has been around 2.5. Not a bad group at all, smaller than my hand, but we'd like to see it shrink back up. We're gonna bring her up, and I'm going hot. All right, coming down to battery. I'll move to this side so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, there you go. We're hot, we're live. Clear down range, we're hot, everything's on record. First round of the Hornady Critical Duty of 135 grain. Fire in the hole. All right, hit on target. About the 7-ish position, 7 o'clock. Round 2. Ooh, right next to that one. Round 3. Oh yeah. Round 4. Round 5. Love the smell of the gunpowder. Round 6. Round 7. And round 8. There you go. 8 rounds on target. We're gonna make this safe. I'll go ahead and check the magazine. All right. We are empty. We are clear. let's go downrange, see what this thing looks like. All right, there's Hornady Critical Duty. Obviously, we know this is a defense ammo, but defense ammo must be accurate too. It's not necessarily a range ammo or even a precision ammo. It's more for defense. Flowers out and has a little rubber insert. Kind of neat. So overall grouping, we're still looking just under the 2.5 now. We're 2 3/8, 2.375 center to center. We'll go outside to outside. We're just over that 2.5. Stretch a little more. We'll say 2 5/8, 2.625. Discount that one round. We're looking a little tighter at 1 5/8 there. Looks a little vertical. Kind of interesting. I would have to do another 8 rounds to see if what's going on there. But we're still about the 2.5. It does look a little tighter, but it is not necessarily tighter. Discounting the 1 round, it definitely is tight. The jury's still out on that one. I would definitely like that ammo a little more, and it is pointing like it's like in the heavier grain. As we pointed out before, we get a good average. It's 3 sets of 5. We're just doing 8 to get an idea, obviously with ammo prices these days. But as you can see, that gun shoots, man. That gun shoots. We're gonna change target. We're gonna see what other ammo we can go to. You know, oh yeah, that tablet's getting warm in the sun. All right. So as mentioned, we think this gun likes the heavier grain. I know I'm repeating myself. I think we got a shoot-off going on here. We dug in the ammo box. We were lucky to find 1 box we have left of a Fiocchi 147 grain. So we put the 115 and the 124 away. This thing's a half a box. We're gonna try 8 rounds of it. We got Hornady 147. And we thought we yielded a pretty dang good group with that American Eagle 147. So let's see what she'll do. First up, Fiocchi 147. Gonna go hot. I'll load her from this side this time. Find the hole. Here we go. Bring her down. ECI's out. It's hot. Okay. First round Fiocchi. 147 grain. Ears on. Range down range is empty. Clear down range. Fire in the hole. Right above bullseye. Round 2. Round 3. 3 bullets touching. Excellent. Round 4. Same hole. Round 5. Same hole. Round 6. Oh, just down to the right. Round 7. Same hole. Round 8. Same hole. Obviously, this gun likes heavier grain. That's quite impressive. At that distance, very nice. Obviously, no barrel is the same, no gun is the same. This gun likes heavier grain. I think we got a shoot-off coming. That's a nice group by Fiocchi. We're gonna try some Hornady and we will regroup the American Eagle. But let's go downrange and see what this thing will do. Let's see what this thing measures. Boop, 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 Fiocchi. Let's go outside to outside. Let's stretch it to 1 3/8. Outside to outside, 1 3/8. Look at that. Center to center, about an inch. Outside to outside, there's an inch. Center to center, there's an inch. I'd be dang. That thing drilled a 1 inch. Look at that. That would be all within this X ring here, which is 2.5. Now all the groups held within that 2.5 circle there. That's a pretty good group, but this one is that 1 inch. Look at that. 1 inch on the money. 1 inch. I'd be dang. Smaller than the palm. That was fabulous. We're just gonna hang her up there. I guess we were down there, weren't we? Looks like it. We're already on record?
Yes.
Shame on you, going on record. But if you didn't, I'd be like, why aren't you on?
Yep.
Alrighty. Okay, now the Hornady 147 grain. We're gonna give it a whirl. We just grouped the Fiocchi. Hornady 147. ECI out. Whoop. Magazine in. Down to battery. Ears on. I did the same thing every time. I pulled the slide back. Looks like we're just right and low of bullseye. Let's see where she prints. First round of the Hornady. Fire in the hole. Oh yeah, just a little low and right. Round 2. Right next to that on bullseye. Round 3. Just above that. Round 4. Round 5. Round 6. Round 7. And round 8. All right, definitely under 2.5, but definitely bigger than the 1. Interesting. That was Hornady XTP. We normally get excellent results out of this stuff. Interesting. Definitely like that Fiocchi. All right, we're gonna go down range and measure it, see what we got to make this thing safe. I'm gonna eject that magazine, and here we go. All right, looks like we're getting a little target movement here from the wind had picked up. I don't believe our group would have exploded that big. A little bit on the cardboard, but I'm not seeing that much movement. We got a 2-inch here. We got a 2-inch outside to outside and just over 2-inch outside to outside. So 2-inch group, folks. Not as good as a Fiocchi, interesting. But there you go, definitely still likes the heavier grain. Still a little tighter than other stuff we were getting today. Taurus G3C, it's sending them, ain't it? Look at that. All right.
Got it.
Yep. We've gone full circle. It's the very last group. It was the very first group. First ammo we used. We didn't expect it to group that tight. I'd be dang. Gonna try it. American Eagle. I'll load it from this side. First round, fire in the hole. Whoa, that printed high. Let me see. According to my sights, that hit a little high. Round 2. Round 3. Same hole. Round 4. Round 5. Round 6. Oh my gosh. Round 7. I mean, seriously. In round 8. I be dang. I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to put her on safe. And you got about the same exact group you got with the Fiocchi. That's quite impressive, folks. We're going to go down and measure that. That's a wrap. I think you know this gun will actually eat that American Eagle or that Fiocchi 147 grain all day long. Boy, I'd train with that. It's a great group. 15 yards. Laser range found. We'll grab our calipers. Just wander down all 15 yards and see what this thing groups like. There. Inch. Under an inch. Inch. I'm going to call it the same. 1 inch. Here's all our groups for the day. We picked up some of the lead which was ricocheting off our still target there. And this was actually our second group. Our first one's on paper. Second, third, fourth, fifth. That time we knew we're done messing around with the 124 and the 115 grain. So this was 135, so we jumped up back to a 147. And there you have it. That was the Fiocchi 147. This is the Hornady. And here is our last group of the American Eagle. And the American Eagle are relative about the same. We had a little flyer on both of them, and we could probably group this and see if that flyer would come in a little closer, but they actually measured still 1 inch, and you can see that from my fingers here. So absolutely neat. Give you a perspective of the size of that group. It's not very big at all, folks. Not very big at all. Hope you enjoyed our video, and I hope this lets you know on why you should test your gun. No barrel's the same, no ammo's the same. Your gun may like something else, but I bet you have a pretty good idea with that Taurus G3C. It's going to want that heavier grain. And you're not going to do too bad with that Fiocchi or American Eagle. We skipped some ammo. There's also ammo we weren't able to get right now. There's some Arms Corps and some Atlanta Arms and a lot of other ammo out there. If you're not testing, you're guessing. Keep your powder dry, hold them hard. Have a good day.